me stop.
You don't know who I am. You'll never see me coming.
And here you have Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 stars Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Kingsley, Guy Pearce. It's a big full cast. It is now directed by Shane Black. The original first two were directed by Jon Favreau, but now it's been taken on by Shane Black, and he has directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which I heard is a great film. I've not seen it, but I know he's directed it, and I heard great things about it, which I might check out. But we're not here for that. We're here for Iron Man 3. I was excited for Iron Man 3 for 3 reasons. 1, because it's the first movie after the Avengers. 2, because it starts the Phase 2. And 3, it's an Iron Man movie. Who doesn't love a great action fun of Iron Man and Tony Stark? Now, Iron Man 3 is a hilarious movie. I bet you're wondering, what are you talking about, Austin? It's a hilarious movie. Shane Black does such a great job at bringing one-liners of comedy to this movie, even in serious bits and action bits. He does a great job about that. I'll go more into depth about that later. But I'm here to tell you that everyone in this movie was on their A game. Tony Stark, Pepper Potts, Rhodey, Guy Pearce, Ben Kingsley, everyone was on their A game and bringing it to the plate. They were giving all they had and all their emotion and everything. And for like the first half of this movie, I'm just like, yes, this is what I love. This is what I wanted in an Iron Man movie. I was enjoying every bit of it. I was so excited until this one scene, which I'll talk about in the spoiler section of this review, that slapped every fan in the face, and I was very disappointed with it. And this is what's going to divide you. Where are you going to roll with the movie, or are you going to roll with what they decided, or are you just going to be like, no, I'm done? In which I was like, I'm done. I cannot take this. I still like the rest of the movie, but that little scene just made me so furious, and I'll get to that later in the spoilers. But let me get to Ben Kingsley's performance as the Mandarin. The Mandarin is a menacing villain, which he goes after Tony Stark because he does something, and Tony Stark doesn't like it. And so Tony Stark is like, look, you know, Mandarin, come and get me. This is where I live. Gives him his address. And what does he do the next day? Mandarin comes and gets for him, which is not a spoiler because you see it in the trailers. He blows up his house, and that's where it gets real, and that's where the movie hits its serious tone. And that's where Tony Stark goes on this manhunt to find the Mandarin, in which I really did like. And so far from there, I was like, okay, this movie's pretty good, you know, I'm liking it. A little bit before that happens, you get introduced to Guy Pearce's character. I forgot his actual character in the movie, but it's a really weird name. But Guy Pearce's character gets introduced by Pepper Potts, because Pepper Potts, Guy Pearce is like, yeah, he's talking about this nanotech thing that he did, but you can put behind it your ear, and it shows your brain and stuff like that, which is really cool, but I think it was just to introduce the character. It really didn't have anything, as far as I can remember, it really didn't have anything to do with the film. It's just to introduce his character. And Jon Favreau returns as his character, Happy. He's a producer this time, not directing. Shane Black directs this time. Jon Favreau returns back as Happy. He's not in it as much as you think he would, but he's in it for a decent amount, and when he's in it, he is hilarious, he's funny, he's witty, and I really do enjoy his time on screen. But what you all are here for is for, you know, how the Mandarin did, how Tony Stark did, how everybody did. Everyone was on their A game. They were great. They were bringing it to the plate, and I really did like that. I was so happy that they put everything that I felt like they had. I felt like they put everything that they had into this last movie. And it's not the last Iron Man movie. They didn't say it was, but I feel like it was. I'll get to that later in the spoilers. But like I said, everyone brought on their A game. I didn't love Iron Man 3, but I really enjoyed it. It was a fun, great time, popcorn flick. Yes, there's so many flaws in this movie, but it's the first summer movie, the first summer blockbuster. It's just to throw popcorn in your face and have fun with your friends and family. And like I said, just for that, I give Iron Man 3 an 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy this movie. I would go see it again. I would go buy it on Blu-ray. I had a great time with Iron Man 3, and I guarantee if you're an Iron Man fan, and you thought Iron Man 2 sucked, and even if you did like Iron Man 2, still go check Iron Man 3 out. It's way better than Iron Man 2. Not as good as Iron Man 1, but it's right there because of the flaws that it had and stuff, but I don't blame it. It's a summer blockbuster. Who cares? I had a great time with it. Now, if you've not seen Iron Man 3, this is when you need to pause it, go see Iron Man 3, come back, because we are talking major, heavy spoilers that will ruin this movie for you. Unless you don't care, then here we go. So if you have seen the movie or you don't care about it, we are now talking spoilers of Iron Man 3. The part that I was talking about where it slaps fans across the face with a certain character in the movie and half of the movie. So half the movie's rolling, you know, I'm having a good time, it's really nice, and boom! This is where it hits you, and I'm just like, oh my god, what did they do? Why? No, don't do this! Okay. This is when Tony Stark goes to find the Mandarin. You know, Tony Stark's not doing well. His suit's down, and he's going to find the Mandarin. He goes to his mansion, and he's doing all these little techniques, and he sees the Mandarin. Right when he sees the Mandarin, know who you find out? The Mandarin is a phony, a big fat phony. He's not a real villain. Guy Pearce is the real Mandarin, and he's not the actual Mandarin. Like, Ben Kingsley is the Mandarin, but Guy Pearce is the guy that's doing all of it. Like, Guy Pearce hired Ben Kingsley's character, the Mandarin, just so he could have a face, so everyone, like the FBI and everybody, was like, we need to find that guy so Guy Pearce wouldn't get taken down. And Ben Kingsley's character, the Mandarin, is just an actor from Hollywood. And I was really disappointed with that. He's just a drunk, pill-popping drug addict. I hated that, and I did not like the way they did that. So for the rest of the movie, I was just like, in the back of my head, it was just like poking me. I was just like, oh, why did they do that? And I really didn't like the way they did that. I wasn't excited about it, but I kept on trucking, you know. So I did enjoy the film all in all, but still, that little slap in the face just ticked me off so much. I mean, because the Mandarin in the trailers, he's so menacing, and his voice and the way he was acting was close to Heath Ledger's performance. He would have got so many Oscars if they didn't blow his character away like that. And I didn't enjoy what they did with that. I really wish they could have done like a Dark Knight Rises thing where, you know, Bane was the muscle and everything, but Talia al Ghul was the mind and everything about it. So, you know, I wish they kind of did something like that. But still, all in all, like I said, I enjoyed Iron Man 3, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. There's other things in the movie that I kind of nitpicked about it, like stuff that couldn't... Because in the end of the movie, in the final climax, you find out that Iron Man 3 has like 10 billion gazillion suits. He's like 42 of them. And it's crazy. In the whole movie, he's focusing on this Mark 42. But at the end, he's like, throughout the movie, he's struggling. He's like, I need a suit. I need this. Why don't you just call one of your 42 suits down so you can wear it until the other one's repaired? I mean, I understand it's a summer blockbuster. Like I said, there's plot holes. But why couldn't you just do that? That would have saved at least like 5 minutes of the movie. I mean, come on now. And the runtime is 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's not that long a movie, but it is a decent runtime. It's not that bad. I didn't get bored with it. I really was never like, oh my god, when's this movie gonna end? It was definitely action-packed, and the action sequences are good. And the plane scene, this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about. The plane scene was closer and nearest to the movie. And Iron Man 3 is swooping and saving people. They form a circle like how I thought they would in the trailer. But at the end of it, all you see is Rhodey open his door, and Iron Man has this little glasses thing where he controls his Iron Man suit, and he really wasn't in the Iron Man suit. And some people were mad about it. I wasn't. I was just like, okay, you know, he's using it as gadgets as a new thing. Because, you know, he's always in the suit, but, you know, he can't be in the suit this time, so he tried something new. And I thought that was very creative. Shane Black definitely took all of his ability and stuff. He definitely took all of his suits, and he just took it all and gave it to us and shoved it in our face. I had a great time with Iron Man 3. Like I said, I gave it an 8 out of 10, but I only had one problem, really, that bugged me throughout the rest of the movie was the Mandarin thing. So, that's all I gotta say about Iron Man 3. I give it an 8 out of 10. If you are interested in going to see Iron Man 3, definitely go see it. I promise you, you'll probably really enjoy it. And comment below, let me know. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it in the comments, but let me know if you were mad about what happened with the Mandarin's character, because I know I was, but that's all I gotta say. I give Iron Man 3 an 8 out of 10. This is Movie Madness Reviews, signing out.